So let's just jump straight into it, people. Hey, she's shaking her panties. If you don't know, you better get to know, because this is Shammy Show. Everybody, hello, welcome to Shammy Show. The goddess is here. I've just opened up that window. Fuck me, I can never get comfy on here. Just don't feel right. Oh, fuck's sake. Hi everyone, we're going to just get straight on. All my content is found on public domain. I do operate using the fair use guidelines together with my own opinions, which are not necessarily true. It gives a shit. We're going to talk about P Diddy, Rockefeller and all that fucking shit, all the connections. How did they connect? Well, let's find out. Stand this shit down. It's raining. We're in England, people. Welcome, everyone. It's just started raining, no lie. I thought I could smell tar. If you're not feeling well, everyone, I do hope that you get better. Yeah. And if you are feeling well, brilliant. It's nearly midweek. We've got a lot going on. We've got the DIDDLER case going on. Week 4 of the DIDDLER, the fiddler. And best believe, oh gosh, there is so much. His whole empire is being unravelled. We already know about DIDDLER's empire, don't we? I don't know if can you see me? I don't know if the light would be much better. No, but you're not going to need a fucking light. I'm not going to waste my electricity. No offence. The natural sunlight is out. This chair needs... Oh. You know what? I'm not comfortable. I need higher heels. I need higher heels. I'm not lying. I shit you fucking know. I need a bigger bra and higher heels. So, there's this story going around, people. And like I said, watch my last show. Where did we leave off on the last show? So let's just give a quick update on what happened. We had DIDDLER, the fucking fiddler, getting arrested, didn't he? He got arrested for all these different charges. I ain't got time to be explaining all these fucking posh court words, yeah? So, you want to know what he got done for? Man's got done for basically being a pimp. Yeah, and you know what you mean? He's pimping out his girl, innit? You know what you mean? Watch Cassie's court case be. He was pimping her out. Yeah, because he's selling her to the next man. What do you mean selling her? Oh, is he selling? Well, hold on. Ah, is he? Is he? Well, she didn't want to do him. So, yeah, if you're forcing someone to do something against their will, and especially sex, you're pimping them out. That's pimping in the shit way. Because, I don't know. Some women like being pimped out. Sheepy bitches. I don't know where we get them rare breeds from. But anyways, and welcome everyone coming in. You can say hi, talk to me, tell me what you think about this case. We're going to be talking about something that is going to be breaking. And Jay-Z and Beyonce are breaking their neck. Yeah? Hi. Jay-Z and smash a like. Jay-Z and Beyonce are breaking their neck for all of us not to know. Not really interested in Jay-Z and Beyonce's fucking feelings or their fans. Yeah, right about now. What I'm interested in is the truth. I'm not interested in the victims elaborating stories. I can tell you a story that happened yesterday, and I probably would say it in a different way to how one of my children would describe it, or how my neighbours would describe it, or one of my fucking friends. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Yeah? So, everyone remembers shit different. There's your truth, there's my truth, and there's the truth. Next. So, this is why we have a court. And this is why we need evidence, and that's what we go through. Evidence. And like I said, if you watch the last show, I'll try to show you the connections and a couple of examples of ROC Nation, which is owned by Jay-Z, Sean Carter, and Desiree Perez. They've had connections which probably runs a lot deeper than P Diddy. Now you're wondering, well, how come P Diddy hasn't said anything? Well, here's one thing. There's a lot to do with this. A lot. And don't think P Diddy hasn't grassed him up, because I'm pretty sure Jay-Z knows that his days are numbered. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now that after the fucking Cowboy Carter tour, Beyonce is just going to be like, bye! Bye, Coco the Clown. I mean, Jay-Z. Bye, Balthazar. They're trying to stop her from running away and shit like that anyway, isn't it? They got her drugged up and all that shit. She's had enough much. Has had enough of her mom. Has had enough of all of them. And Solange's like, come on, girl. I'm a survivor. You're a Destiny's Child. Yeah? So anyways, P Diddy, this is how he fucked up. You're wondering, how did he get caught? My theory, which is never wrong, by the way. That's why you lot keep coming back, because you know I'm never wrong. My theory is Cassie was writing a book, and a few people, the NDAs were running out, you know, the non-disclosure forms, and a few wasn't signing. Diddler, every time, I don't know if you lot noticed, every time he changed his name from Sean Combs to Puff Daddy to P Diddy to Love to whatever else, he does it every time there's something major that has happened and he needs to regroup. You know what I mean? Like a cockroach shelling. Do the cockroaches don't shell? They never fucking die. So, you know where I'm coming from. Motherfucker's sitting there. And every time a disaster happens, he's got to be there, boom, straight away. Change the name. New image, basically. He's manifesting into a new image. That's what P Diddy does. It's a bit like a lot of religious groups. Remember, if you watch my program from this morning, you will know what I'm on about. Watch my program from this morning, it will explain everything. The monster sign and all that. They tell you a lot of clauses. You can't worship, especially Christianity. Now imagine saying that to someone that's a Muslim, Islamic. Imagine saying that to a Sikh, a Buddhist, Scientologist, anyone. They'd be up in arms, but they always seem to pick on the Christian, especially Jesus, in the media. Take note. Then on top of that, people, yeah, the P Diddyler. Let's go back to this motherfucker. He had, as we all know, a lot of endorsements. Like I said, his trainers and all them bullshit. His clothes. Was he by Macy's? He had what else? A drink, a beverage, alcoholic. It's quite nice actually, the grape flavour, I'm not going to lie, and the cherry. Ciroc, C-I-R-O-C. C-I-R for Romeo, O for Oscar, and C for Charlie. Ciroc. But he also worked for another company, and he wanted his own way. And everyone's thinking, what do you mean he wanted his own way? Thank you. He wanted his own way, yeah, with Ciroc. And, was it Diablo? Can't quite remember that group. There's that many. But anyways. And there's another one, BlackRock, a big bank. P Diddyler was one of the main faces of Ciroc. And he was, and Diageo. Was it Diageo? It wasn't Diablo. Diageo. And he was threatening them. And these are worth billions of dollars, these people. So when Diddler was threatening Diageo, they lost like something like, I think it was within 1 day, something like, it was between 17 to 25% of their profit. And that is a lot of money to be losing in 1 day. Because Diddler turned around, yeah, and Diddler was saying, oh, they was being racist to me. And as soon as he said that, boom, everyone cut them off. And they was like, really? These people run the world. Now remember, I told you how the Illuminati works. Remember, I watched my earlier video. So you'll get where I'm coming from. Now let's move on. Everybody ready? The goddess has spoken! Don't start, because I've been up all fucking morning. I've been a mum. I've spoken to the whole world, literally. I've spoken to Jamaica, Australia, Scotland, Wales, America, Ireland. Non-stop work, and I've done my fucking housework, cooking, cleaning, all that. Sorted out my brothers. One of them's been naughty. One of my white brothers, not my black ones. It's just fucking annoying. I'll give you a clue, the one that's born on the same day as me. Nothing's ever done. How are ya? How are you, Keith? You alright? And everyone, oh! Did you hear that? That was my bad fault. Smash the like button, thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, people. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Keith, I was only thinking about you a couple of weeks ago. Shit, you know. I saw you drive past about a month ago. I was like, ah! Lexi, turn the heater off, please. I've got the fucking fan on the heater. I'm fucking cold or not. Oh my gosh, girl, do you have to be a timer? You are so meticulous. Thank you, though. So, when I was looking into this P Diddy thing, do you remember what I said on the last show, people? DIDDLER, everyone that's associated with him, they either die if they don't do what he does, get threatened and things like that. That we can say about the court case. I mean, I'm really shocked that the prosecution didn't even add that into the court case. Do you know where I'm coming from? I'm like, it just doesn't make sense why the prosecution didn't add in Cassie's. Sorry, not Cassie's, Mia's. And I'm shocked that Law and Order on YouTube and a few others have put out what Mia's identity was, allegedly. Very shocked. But then again, if everyone's there reporting on it, it didn't take long. I could have just sat here and easily have told you who Mia, the alleged name of one of P Diddy's victims, was. But P Diddy seems to be associated with, sorry, Jay-Z. And then him being associated with Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like I said, there was a few stories that I told you where there's parties that Jay-Z and Beyonce have been seen with the DIDDLER. Now, Jay-Z's lawyer has turned around to us and told us, no, it's only to do with business. Well, hold on. Those parties, the white parties, are those business parties then? Because if those are business parties, if that's what Jay-Z's lawyer is saying, that those are business parties, that means that the DIDDLER was doing business at the parties which were sexual, which means that all the allegations against him are true. So which one's which? I have everyone coming in is that, which one's which? Think about it. I mean, not the defense. The prosecution could argue this. Am I lying? I've shown. Look at the baby. The baby works for DIDDLER, and then he done a song. Yeah, the baby done a song. I have everyone coming in. The baby done a song with Megan Thee Stallion, Rock Nation. Now, this is what's coming out. Rock Nation, yeah, went in with Trey Songz. They went in, sorry. Do you remember they said Trey Songz shut up Megan Thee Stallion? Keep in mind that the baby that I'm talking about, remember, the baby says on the fucking Shannon Shay show, I went to a party, Jay-Z, the party was at P Diddy's yard. The party was at DIDDLER's yard. Beyonce was there. Jay was there. Do you know what I mean? And a few others. Then the after show party, they kicked out everyone. There's about 15 people there. And then Beyonce came up to him like, you're right. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Oh! And Beyonce, boy. And the baby's like, wah, wah, wah. I know you Beyonce, like, what the fuck? You'd have to introduce yourself. And he was like, I was tripping. And she was all over me, like, you know, fly around shit. So think about that. And there's numerous other people that have accounted that they've been to parties where Beyonce and Jay-Z have been there, and this is a social event. So for Jay-Z's lawyer to then turn around and say they don't do social events, it's always been business. If that was a business event, then that means all the allegations made against P Diddyler are true. Because obviously everyone there that was fucking and sucking and having water all over them and baby oil and all that shit. Literally. That means that all of them can get done. He can get done for all them charges. That means he brought in prostitutes, yeah? He was threatening people to keep the fucking mouth shut. He had cameras everywhere. Now cameras everywhere. This is another thing. Do you remember Ashton Kutcher? He had that show, that camera show. What was that Ashton Kutcher show? What was that Ashton Kutcher show, everyone? Yeah, she can sing. Beyonce can sing, but she's a bigger deal than everyone thinks. Punked. Thank you, Sage. Sage. And listen to this, Sage. Guess what I got here? Sage. You fucking need it in this day and age. And I no evil energy around me, no negativity. Michael Aramya. So, this is what happened, yeah. Thank you. Like Mike says, like, sub and share. So, we're doing just a quick deep dive. This is part 2, people. Part 1 was a bit deeper. It was about 1 hour, 11. About 1 hour, 15 minutes in. He says 115 or some shit like that. At least we had nearly 600 people. We had 500 and odd people on the live last time. So that was quite good. That was this morning, a couple of hours ago. And I've just done the Reddit on the Goddess. 3 different stories. Fuck a duck. Them was wild. One was about a child, one was about an husband, one was about a bride. So anyway, and Desiree Perez in Rock Nation is where we're going to get to. This is where we're going to end up at, people. So we had that one called Punked, yeah. You bring the sage and I'm Mel at the end. You know, Raiders of the Lost Ark? In that starting it, Harrison Ford. Do you know? It's him, innit? He comes down here with his missus, Callista Flockhart. From Ally McBeal. She is a lawyer. That's what me and you, babes. Notes. I know. Have you seen my notes? I got 1,000,001. And I'll just write them on different pages and I just know where to look. I don't know how. Because some of them are from like 3 years ago. I'm not lying. Some of them from like, look. Raw News and all that. All snap. Celeb ones. P Diddy Pink, Jay-Z, Sean Carter, Elton John, What Happened, Spike Lee. Oh, that was something else. And this one, the Idol 04, Brian's family, the judge wants to make a call on it. Questions about, you know what I mean, what the defence was saying, circumstantial evidences that I wrote down, the defendant. You see, I have notes on absolutely fucking everything. Then ideas for puzzles. Sorry, everyone. Oh, gosh. I'm just nuts. It is. One of them ones. It is what it is. In my head, I know what I'm saying. But as I write down, like, just little dots. And I don't want to be copying anyone. And I like, but if someone says something, I'd like to do my own research. Make sure that I'm not taking. I like to have facts. And sometimes you've got to pay for the research, you know what I mean? But sometimes if you get in contact, networking with other people, they can tell you and get you the details. So that's why I like to network. And waking up early in the mornings in England, especially dealing with people from all over the world. Australia's different, so they'll be awake. New York's awake and everything, do you know what I mean? So everyone's kind of awake and I'm awake. And I'm a quiet speaker when I come off my shows. So, you know, the baby's asleep because she's got college. And so I'm just quiet and I'm like, right then I was doing my own shit, whatever. And that's work. But yeah. But let's carry on with this. Is everyone alright though? Press the one if everyone's okay. And then I choose my nail varnishes, salt my feet, do my hair. Do you know what I mean? Look at shopping and shit. Everyone's alright, yeah. Right. The Shamz don't care, babe. It is my Shamz don't care, Lord. Shamz don't care. I don't sell them anymore. I do give them away though, because I got loads. In competitions. And the Shamz don't care magnets and shit. Them big, you can write on it. And wipe them off, you see me, clever Shamz. Anyways, listen. So, Megan Thee Stallion, yeah. Her bloke, that one that got arrested, it turns out he didn't shoot her, but we don't know because if we was in court, like I said on earlier show, what happened was, here's the car. In Britain, we drive that side. In America, it's that side. So they're driving that side. The driver's there. Megan and Trey Songz are in the back. And Megan's best friend is in the front, and that one. Now, they're all arguing, apart from the driver. Megan's got out, all pissed up. The fucking 20-foot stallion. And her mate must have had a gun, and her mate must have got out the car. And I don't know if Trey's got out the car and that, and shot, boom, boom, boom. All I know is everyone's out the car, there's witnesses. And the friend has done 3 shots. We all knew this. I don't know the fuck, nobody knew. I said this, I told everyone this. Watch my videos from the time it happened. It's still up, all my videos. 3, I said the videos are there. Go on my coffee fund, I said the videos are there. I took them down, but I still got them on my phone. Don't worry, I'll keep every fucking evidence. Anyways, so that one, Kelsey, shot Megan shot 3 times. This is the thing, if you was in court, she shot 3 times. We don't know if she shot at the fucking sky. Trey Songz grabbed the gun. Now, when he shot, did he actually shoot at Megan? Or did he shoot at the sky? We don't know. What we do know is Kelsey shot 3 times. He tried grabbing the gun to get it off her and he papered. Now, 2 witnesses said the bullets went off the ground. Now, if the bullets went off the ground, 2 bullets. Think about this logically. 2 bullets went off the ground. They could still ricochet into her foot, depending on where she's standing in the trajectory. Anything. Do you know where I'm coming from? So, I don't know. It could have been Trey Songz. But what we do know is he got fucking stabbed up multiple times there last week. And then what I'm finding out through the grapevine, and this is all allegedly, I'm finding out this is to do with Rock Nation, because when Kelsey went to do things, no one was fingerprinting her or anyone else. Then what else that they found out? Yeah, Horsfoot was lying. Megan Thee Stallion, she told about 20 different statements. Then we found out Trey Songz didn't want to grasp because he ate a snake. Well, not being a snake got you 10 years and got you stabbed up more than 10 times, didn't he? Clever boy. That's what happens when you hang around with trampy bitches. But anyway, it's not my problem. So Megan, the big fucking fat horsefoot stallion that's trying to be a fucking 4-foot Harajuku girl. You see how they try to distort everything? This fucking sumo wrestler from America. Stamping along in Japan. Anyways, fuck that bitch. The whole point in the stories, Trey Songz refused to work with Roc Nation. Roc Nation works with Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion set Trey Songz up, allegedly. That's one story. Then we've got, do you remember the little black mermaid? Do you remember her? Halle Bailey, whatever. That one with the big fucking frog eyes going left to right. One's looking there up the sky, one's looking over there. That one. So we got her. And then she's got with her blog, DDG. Everyone's going to try and play that DDG. He's some trying to tramp fest. He's only a YouTuber. Man's got more money than her. She's a Hollywood star. Signed to Beyonce. Where's your fucking albums? Where's the albums? Well, he refused to work with Roc Nation. Now, look at Biggie. Wanted to leave. Puff Daddy. Died. Tupac wanted to write all of them. Didn't want to work with none of them. Died. It seems like all of them are fucking dying. And all these women are setting up all of them. Now, you think it's just in that industry. Oh, God, no. Oh, fuck, no. Out to the mofo fucking out. No. This is happening all over the shop. I mean, like I said, Ashton Kutcher is one of P Diddy's best friends. This motherfucker loves them parties. Like, fuck, man. You could grease up that boy like he's at the fucking cookout. And then Marla Kunis is allegedly leaving him, just like Beyonce. All these guys are like, I didn't know nothing. Yeah, you did. Like, I want to say, why hasn't no one mentioned anything about these children in the court case? Shall I tell you why? Because they don't want, it's already disgusting enough. They're drip feeding us, the Illuminati. It's like, this is P Diddy's shame. The man's all right in court, don't worry. They're drip feeding us all this bullshit. But what are they really hiding? Everything you see in the media is a load of fucking shit. The P Diddy case, everything, it's a load of fucking shit. The very same people that are feeding him to the lions are the very same people that was fucking sitting there saying to him, showing him how to tame the lion. Do you know where I'm coming from? It is all smoke and fucking mirrors. Now, Roc Nation, this is where Jay-Z comes in. Jay-Z and Beyonce, very quiet. They walk around, innit? Like all conspicuous, like they're all that. So Jay-Z and Beyonce, there's been many rumours about those two going around, and they're always shutting it down, acting like they're the fucking poshies, Illuminati Boule Queen, and kings and queens of everything. With their little, you know, all them fucking stupid signs that they do. Nobody's interested. I don't know who they're doing it for. And then they sit there praising God. And remember what I told you about a lot of Hollywood things. They tell a lot of Hollywood stars you cannot praise. You can praise Allah, you can praise all that. You can't praise Jesus, you can praise God. But in the contract, in the clause, you can't praise Jesus. And the ones that praise Jesus and say anything, what happens to them? A lot of people talk about selling their souls and shit like that. And people think, oh, it's too good to be true. Shit like this does happen. It does happen in real life. Now, connection. Jay-Z, remember what I told you like earlier, in the show about 20 odd minutes in, how Jay-Z, his lawyer, Yeah, he's saying, and I gotta give it to Jay-Z. A lot of the times, a lot of celebrities have got in trouble. Jay-Z is secretly paid for them. Now, I've been doing my own little research into these celebrities that Jay-Z is paid for. And why? Why would Jay-Z just all of a sudden give me £30 million to pay for my debt? Where the fuck are you getting 30 mil from? Is Jay-Z that fucking famous? How many of it? Please, on air, name me a Jay-Z song. Name me 3 Jay-Z songs. All good. If anyone's on here, name me 3 Jay-Z songs without Googling. I got one. Trying to think of one without collaboration. Oh, I got another one, but that's a collab. I got another one, and that's a collaboration. Just a Jay-Z on his own. Name a Jay-Z artist that he hasn't fucked over. Himself. Now he's working with someone called Desiree Perez. Let's have a look at these Desiree Perez's people. She works, if you don't know, for ROC Nation. And ROC Nation was started with Jay-Z. It is connected to P Diddy. It goes to all these parties and connected to all these other stars. And a lot of rumors are going around saying that Beyonce and DIDDLER were having some sort of. I've also heard that DIDDLER's got a small dick. He said it in court. So I don't know. Anyways, let's have a look. This is Desiree. Oh,
First, I want to thank Billboard for this award.
this is 7 years ago.
I can't even tell you what I put Hannah through to be here. I changed my mind many times because this is the first time I've ever accepted an award publicly, and I wasn't sure if I even want to be here tonight. But I do, and you guys all look beautiful, and thank you for having me. I have, thank you. I want to start with one of my favorite poems, not my favorite poems, a quote from one of my favorite poets, actually. Life stands in proportion to one's courage. As an industry, we must have the courage to challenge the status quo, to seek innovation, and even if it's at the detriment of our comfort, it's our duty. Nothing will be improved unless it's challenged, and disruption will always take courage. For the men in this room, thank you for supporting all these women, and for them obviously improving your work and your lives, but there's a lot more that you guys have to do. We have to do a lot more. We have to create a better work culture. We have to create a culture
For fuck's sake.
that creates equality and that people actually believe in the women that they're working with at whatever position that they're in. It really doesn't matter. And that kind of leads me right into ROC Nation. And kind of a little off script here, but since I want to actually turn around, Jay, I can't put into words how much you mean to me, Jay. The nurturing and guidance, your invaluable instincts and knowledge and patience. You've taught me to trust myself, to do what's right, not what's easiest. You've cultivated values of respect and integrity at ROC Nation, and most importantly, to believe that everything is possible if you're willing to work hard enough for it. For everyone who asks me, how do you do it? Because I work day and night, you're my inspiration. You're my North Star. Tata, you predicted this 20 years ago. You said you're going to run all that shit. And I'm forever.
You predicted this 20 years ago. Oh, so how long you lot been plotting then, Jay-Z? Because this was in what? This was a few years ago, actually. Let's have a look. This was 5 years ago. At the executive of the that was the executive of the year award, Women in Music.
My inspiration, you're my North Star. Tata. You predicted this 20 years ago. You said you're gonna run all that shit. And I'm forever grateful that you saw in me what I didn't see in myself. My response was, you're crazy. And thank you, my brother, for always seeing our next dream and for your continuous love and support. Brown, you're always smiling, always looking to give something nice or to do something nice or to give someone something without anyone actually knowing that you did it.
So hold on, the first one was Jay-Z, and then the next one was Brown.
Thank you, my brother, for always seeing our next dream and for your continuous love and support. Brown, you're always smiling, always looking to give something nice or to do something nice or to give someone something without anyone actually knowing that you did it. You've always called me to every match and encouraged me. And you always proudly introduced me as your partner and sister and have always treated me as your equal with the utmost respect. These are my partners, so that's why I'm talking to each one of them.
Oh, these are evil bastards one in Hollyweird. Cheers.
Husband and partner.
Here's your husband.
You compel my strength and your complete faith.
Have a look at the other dodgy bastard.
You're always praising me, especially to others. Sometimes I'm embarrassed because people meet me and they expect to see a superhero. You swear I can do the impossible.
Right, anyways. Fuck this. That bitch there. This is the story that's going around. Now, you ready for the fucking bombshell? Desiree. You've been blocking everyone, haven't you, Desiree? On the YouTube. On the fucking TikTok. On the Insta. On the fucking Rumble. And on the X and all that. Why? Because you remember the story that happened to Britney Spears, people. What happened to Britney? Let's just be real. What happened to Britney Spears? Does anyone want to say? Conservatorship. Now it turns around that Desiree and Rock Nation, this is what they've been doing to people. Same as DIDDLER. The way he's been treating Cassie, the same as it's going to be coming out. That bitch there has locked up her daughter. Tried saying that her daughter's nut. Played fake videos. Got cameras in every corner of the room. I've had a couple of people try doing shit like that, but not cameras like that. Oh, shit, you fucking hell. You got weird people that try and fuck you up. And she's actually got proof. Now, everyone, every YouTuber or anyone on mainstream that's been talking about it has been shut down. Everything, their whole lives have been disrupted. No one isn't allowed to talk about it. It seems like Rock Nation is running the world. Is it, Jay-Z? So you can go into people's phones now and start doing shit. You and Beyonce. And this Desiree, who locked up her daughter. Is it tomorrow? And there's a lawsuit going around about him. And then she's one of the big Illuminati ones. Yeah, she's one of the ones, the puppet masters. And not even the main one. She's not even halfway fucking there. She's just a face of the master. If you get where I'm coming from. So, turns out that this bitch has been drugging her daughter for years. There's been a few of them, actually. A few billionaires, their children are now adults, and they've been coming out saying that they've been locked up for years and drugged. And they're coming out with some fucking mad shit stories. And it seems like Shamz is going to be delving into all of this. Now, Desiree Perez works alongside ROC Nation. Hi, everyone. Hi, Faith. Alongside ROC Nation. Alongside Jay-Z. And she's shutting everyone down. Why? Well, have they got to wait? If you've got proof that your daughter's fucking nuts, yeah, doing a bit, yeah, Britney, carry on. I mean, it's just like Britney the other day. She was dancing around and then she had a bit of a nip slip. She deleted the video within a hot second. Not a hot minute. She didn't wait. She deleted. It was alive. Straight away, every narrative from the media that wants to paint Britney as a nut. Oh, she's embarrassing as a mom. Look at that. The wacko Jack, like she's the new wacko Jacko. Do you remember how they done it with Prince? They done it with Michael Jackson. All of them, Heath Ledger, the lot. Now, when you look back at all these people, you look at it with different eyes. And then when you're looking at all the connections, Desiree, you've been poisoning your own daughter and you got cameras in the bedroom. And your defence is, because I thought her husband was cheating. Well, since she was a kid, she wasn't married then. So when you was drugging your daughter and you had them around Jay-Z and P Diddy, what was going on with your daughter? That's what I want to fucking know. What was going on with your daughter? Don't forget to smash the like, people. And anyone on the replay, anyone that's got questions, shall we just have a quick discussion before we go? Because there is a lawsuit going out, and ROC Nation seems to be, I don't know where they're getting their billions from. Because every day they're paying out millions and millions and millions to people to keep their mouth shut. And everyone's saying Jay-Z didn't do nothing with the 13-year-old. Let's have a look into that allegation next time. I'm just too fucking... So let me know what you think. Oh gosh, sorry. If anyone wants to come in and have a quick gander, let me know what you think. And then we can go. You know, it's like I said this morning. If P Diddy's kids are sitting in court, hearing what Daddy done to all them women, and knowing that Daddy has physically abused Mom, they know that is a fact. Why don't they think that Mom hasn't been in the freak-offs too? Do they not think that their dad has forced their mum into freak-offs? And now they don't believe about the book or a transcript. I think every motherfucker had a transcript on P Diddy. And that's why P Diddy went to the alcohol company and says, I need more money. And if you don't give me no money, I'm going to tell them that you're racist. And the company was like, carry on then. So he did. And they lost billions. They didn't lose Just you're right, Angela. You're right on the part. They didn't just lose a couple of millions. They lost billions, people. Within one day, they lost literally something like it was about 17% of their stock. Could have been 25%, but that's a lot to lose in one day just because P Diddy says they're racist. But why did P Diddy say that? Because, like I just told you, he knew that the court cases were coming up. The FBI already warned him before Cassie even came out with all that shit. Cassie already knew she was safe enough to come out with that shit. She planned that meticulously. There's a lot going on in play. And when you've been through abuse, you don't know who to trust. It's a risky game. Do you know what I mean? And Cassie took that risk. And you lot might think she's won, but she hasn't. You never win. She's already broken. Imagine a mirror. When you break that mirror, you can always glue it back together and see your face. But that mirror is always broken, isn't it? And that's a bit like an abuse victim. You can try and mend them, but put the pieces together as best as you can. Some are only broken in half. Some are broken in a million pieces and you can never put them back. So like I said, watch my other video, my Reddit stories. At the end, I try and give some advice on how to live your life. At the end of my last video on my Goddess channel, because I think it might help a few people on how to just navigate life. Especially going through all this. I have said, listening to a lot of the media, I think a lot of us are waking up now to know that things that you're reading in the media, take no notice. It's a distraction. You need to look behind what's really going on. Or just try and do a bit of homework. Try and delve deeper. Sometimes read people's comment sections. They can give you a lot of info. And then you can delve even deeper. Sometimes you're going to pay for info. But it is the way it is. Angela, I hope that you're okay, honey part. I have been watching you. Oh, my fault. I have been watching you and pressing like. I haven't always joined, but I have liked. I saw, there's one you done last night, I think. I was bored of listening to my shit and you just popped up. Just Gels popped up. I liked hers. There's a few others that popped up on the live. I was like, oh. And I was going to do a live after you finish yours. And then I thought, oh, you know what? I was just getting all the juicy details. And there was more and more things coming out about the DIDDLER case and things like that. I was like, and oh, God. Angela, you know when you go down a rabbit hole. And then I was doing the Rock Nation one. And talking to a few people about what's going on. It was just getting too fucking deep. But you know what I did do? I'm not going to lie. I was up every hour. I did actually. Didn't want no alcohol. I bought a little bottle. I don't know where the fuck I put it. I bought a little bottle last night. And I was siphoning this. I was smaller and smaller each time. More water, little drink, you know what I mean? Lots of Dr. Pepper, but it's sugar. The Dr. Pepper. And I thought, I'm going to try and get regular sleep at night. But because I've been eating a lot of fruits and fibre and things like that, my belly's been bad. I was going to tell you, just a quick story. I was supposed to say it on my other one. I was making a snack pack for me and my daughter earlier because she wasn't feeling well after college, so she went to sleep after I done my last show. So I done a ham sandwich. Sorry if you can't see me. I done a ham sandwich. I cut up some pineapples, some bananas, oranges and half. Just one orange, one banana, and a little bit of pineapple. Chopped it up in different sizes. I don't know where that is. Sorry, I'll check in a minute. So I chopped it up, packet of crisps each, put biscuits for it, like a little snack mini pack for her. Covered it up. Bottle of water. She had apple juice. And then with me, I had my cranberry. Oh, I've just asked her to put it in the freezer. I have got my cup of cranberry there, which is alright. And I thought to myself, I was talking about it to my friend. I said, I've noticed I've only been drinking lately while I'm on a live, which I don't mind. Don't worry, people, don't feel guilty. I actually enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy it. Because I'm like, as soon as this is done, I like the fact that I'm waking up, having my teas. I've split. I just leave out enough bread in the day for me now, or enough, breakfast food, and freezing the rest. I suggest you like do that. I suggest in the night time, turn off all your lights and things, every noise, even if it's just for 10 minutes, 5 minutes at first, 10 minutes, 15, 20, before you go to sleep. Go in the toilet, get your snack packs, your juice, everything. But try and chillax. Don't think about what happened in the day. Don't think about what happened in the day. Just chillax. Think about your body and enjoy it. Not in that way, you naughty people. No! But put your phone somewhere you can't reach. Even if it's in another room. Put it on Do Not Disturb and put it somewhere. Unless you got emergencies. If you got emergencies, it's not very wise. But even if you got emergencies, sometimes you need an hour or two to yourself. So what I suggest, yeah? Oh, I love doing lives for you as well, Angela. You know what? I was enjoying your live yesterday. You was talking, it was a bit about politics, I think, and you was talking with a gentleman. Yeah, I had a couple of people on, and I was getting into it. And then I had a phone call. And then when I went back on, you was gone. So I thought that's why I'm going to leave for another day and watch. And then I thought, you know what, I'm sticking to my routine of getting a bedtime routine. And like I said, people, move everything away. Yeah, you don't need your phones. You don't need social media. If you're about 30 and over, you lived without social media very well. If you're 30 and under, you're going to learn survival tactics. Move the fucking phone out the room. Move it away. Turn the light off. Turn off the TV. Turn off all of it. At least 15, 10 minutes before bed. If anything, an hour max. Get your pillows, everything ready. You don't need all your candles and all that scented shit. Fuck that noise. Just relax on your space. Don't think about what happened in the day. It will be there tomorrow. I'm being serious now. Take a deep breath. Even if you don't want to lie down, you just want to sit here and just about nothing. Just enjoy. Enjoy the wind. Enjoy the natural beauty. Look around you and look at your surroundings right now. What do you see? Look outside. I've got beautiful trees outside. I'm thinking how many years those trees are, probably older than me. And the things those trees have witnessed. If they could only talk. But look at the leaves, all the beauty. How they just shed, they just come and go. I'm looking at the front of my yard, and I'm thinking when I first moved in, none of that was there. That was all grass. Then they've changed it. How many new neighbours I've had since I've lived here. And do I need to? No. All I need to just do is enjoy the moment. Breathe in. Hold. And breathe out. Do that 3 times. Even if you're on the toilet. I've started to look at things a lot different now. I've always enjoyed things, and then I got to a space when I didn't, and now I do. Sometimes when you see things like the P Diddy case, people that you, not just P Diddy, because he's not one of the people that I worshipped, but people that we used to look up to. For example, I liked Kevin Spacey a lot. I thought he was brilliant, Kevin Spacey. And then when I found out all the allegations against him, I was very upset. It didn't even happen to me, but I felt violated. I felt like he abused me and my trust. I wasn't even the victim. And I was like, this man portrayed to me a certain act, and he wasn't what he was. And then even when he got caught for it, he's walking around like Mr. Bombastic. Like, no shame. And then people still love him because of the characters that they see that he plays, that he portrays. It's disgusting. And there's a lot of them. And we've really got to take a good long look at ourselves and think, you might not like the Bible, but look at the Bible quote. You know, when he's like, you shouldn't worship idols. Thou shalt not worship fake fucking prophets and idols. What's it on about? You know them prophets, people going in fucking church pretending like that TJ, what's that fucking black one that says he's retiring? Why is he retiring? Because he got caught out with Diddy at the party. What kind of vicar is going to a fucking Diddy party? What reverend? What pastor? What priest? I don't know what the fuck you don't want to call it. Spiritual leader. Now, here's something that I need to tell you, lot. I found this out, and I couldn't fucking believe it, people. They was talking about religion and all that shit, yeah. What is that? Now, I need to tell you like this. Before I even fucking go, Because if I don't tell you, I will fucking be doing another live. What's that one called? Not Kabbalah. What's that one? It starts with a fucking S. With Tom Cruise in it. I couldn't believe when I found out what they're doing. Lexi! Come here. No one can see you. For fuck's sake. I'm on a live. Do not embarrass me. If I say come here, what do you think I want? You to talk. So, you know, when you was up, Birmingham, yeah. For our college course, people. Who did you bump into? Say it loud, because no one can hear you. It sounds like a fucking mouse. Scientology. And what did they say to you? They gave you...
Yeah, the leaflet.
Talk properly, they can't hear it.
The leaflet gave me a
Shh.
leaflet with all the like information and whatever.
Did you read the info?
I read and then I seen Scientology and I took it in there.
What did you read?
I just skimmed it. And then I saw the word Scientology and then I threw it in the thing.
So, the Scientology was trying to recruit my fucking daughter, the filthy little bastards.
Some white woman as well.
All good, babes.
Lazy Theo.
You see? So, this is what I found out about them filthy cunts. And this connects to the DIDDLER and ROC Nation. This is how they get people. And the Illuminati. And the Freemason. And the government. So, they get you all invested in their bullshit. They've got a puppet sitting there going, look at this one, look. Come on. And obviously, it's someone that looks like you, dresses like you, acts like you, and you're like, oh, fucking gee, I trust this motherfucker. Yeah! And you jump in the board like a little fucking dumb bunny. Yeah? So you're jumping around like a little bunny. And then next thing you know, it is a cult. He tried to get my fucking daughter. This was recently, people. This wasn't like a few years ago. This is recently, as in the last month. They're active, innit? You're right, Matt. They're active. So, yeah, Scientology tried to get my daughter invested in them. So, Scientology and P Diddy and Jay-Z, this is what they do. And all the Illuminati crew. I'm just going to fucking say it like it is. They do things where they feed children certain shit. Fuck knows what. They're like albino kids. They're like rare-looking children. They're like rare-looking kids. They're like kids that comes from the system. If you know where I'm coming from. Yeah. Kids that that can go easily missing that no one's going to miss. But the rare-looking ones. This is the truth. Runs deeper. It runs deeper than the tunnels that leads to all their houses. You know, like Gloria Estefan's one. That leads to that one. Kai Sanat, where does your tunnel lead? Because you're next door neighbours with P Diddy, aren't you? Who else? All these tunnels. Now, let's go back to, Scientology. So this is what Scientology do. They do this thing where once they get you in the group, you have different levels. It's a bit like a pyramid scheme, but you start off at the bottom of the pyramid. So you got to work your way up. Have you like heard of a pyramid scheme? You got to work your way up and play good girl or good boy, and jump through hoops and prove that you're really good. And they will give you nice houses. They'll give you everything you need. They will look after you. Smash the like, people. Come on. I'm not getting much support here. I'm getting a lot of people listening. It's saying 10 when I know I've got a lot more. We all know what YouTube does. So, I am. So, come on. Smash the likes. I'm sitting here giving out real fucking information, not fake ass. So anyways, and it stopped raining. Scientology, they start off where you go from one level to another. You work your way up. It's a bit like, imagine working in retail or grocery store or McDonald's or KFC, franchise like that. And you start off flipping burgers or folding clothes, whatever. And you work your way up. Sometimes you got to be dodgy. Sometimes you got to suck the boss's dick. But you don't want to. But then when you're sucking the boss's dick, just to get a bit high or just to get time off, and you best believe a lot of people will do a lot of things when they're in desperate situations. And this is what they do. They look at the vulnerable. They look at the ones that they ain't going to pick. You know, when you get picked for jobs and that, be careful how they pick you and who picks you. Be careful, not just of the company you keep, but the employer. Employer. Because you know what? What's in it for them? And then when you complain to HR ain't working for you, bitch. HR is working to keep the company safe. HR is working to keep your fucking mouth shut. Do you know where I'm coming from? So, this is what happens. Scientology does little videos on you doing little stupid acts. And people don't know about it. And when these people are doing stupid acts, it's a bit like P Diddy. He's took good notes. Jay-Z. How do you think these people got far in life? Be careful where you go. Because when you go in people's yards, you don't know who's watching you. And where the devices are. And what they're watching you doing. Because blackmail is everywhere. That's why a lot of countries have started doing the blackmail laws. But then when you actually go to court, they try to humiliate you. Even, like, look at the P Diddy case with Mia. She's tried to do anonymity. Cassie, they want to show her videos. When you've got shit like that, the whole point is, you don't want no one to see. It has to go through the jurors, the prosecution, the defense, the judge, the police, and anyone that might be dodgy within that system that might keep that video. Evidence or picture evidence. Do you know where I'm coming from, people? And then on top of that, when they're in court and it's a high-profile case, like the P Diddy one, and everyone, they're doing pictures of what Mia looks like and saying, yeah, she was at this place at this time, and we can all work out who she is. That's a bit low. That's going to tell you that no one that's been abused will want to come forward in the future. So to me, is this a good tactic? Are they doing all this on purpose? There's something fishy in the fucking waters. Do you know where I'm coming from, people? And on that note, I will be back to cover the IDDLER case, and I will be back to cover the P Diddy, what's been happening in the last couple of days, 3-4 days. Today's day 2. I did promise to do a quiz for everyone, and I will be doing a live show, and I'm going to try and get some of my guests on here. So if any YouTubers want to come on, or any of my regulars, my kings and queens, you can come on. I'm not really interested in any of the paupers coming on. No offense, but this is not my forte. On that note, everyone, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you to all my admins that have turned up. Yeah, I know all the ones in the back, everyone that's going to be watching on replay. Tell me what your thoughts are on everything that I've said today. Do you know what I mean? Rock Nation, they're using tactics to try and cover. They're literally trying to tell everyone to shut the fuck up and trying to cover what they're doing. If they're not ashamed of what they're doing, don't do it. But I will be carrying on every show and talking more and more about their deviant tales. This sounds like the Grimm tales. And there ain't no Disney in it. And talking about Disney, Disney's being sued. But that's for another celebrity gossip. There's a few more celebrity gossip. Hailey Bieber, the law. I've got so much coming up, people. Working away. And McDonald's secret sauce. Menu. Right, everyone, thank you for coming on. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and share if you think anyone needs to know the information. Yeah, subscribe, and if you want to know when I'm coming on again, because I don't put out notifications, press that bell button at the top, that golden one, because you're all kings and queens. And then on top of that, I don't get nothing on YouTube. So if you do want to support me, tap in the description on the PayPal and help with a little donation. Don't go out your way for anything big, but a little donation goes a long way. Thank you so much, everyone, and take care. Bye. I said bye. Come on, come on.